And when I met my best friend, it was our freshman year of junior high school. It was like meeting my brother for the first time. Him and I just made sense to each other. And we used to, I mean, to tell you, I mean, we were preteen boys, and I don't know any other boys that do this. We wrote each other when he went to summer camp. We missed each other. We were brothers. You know, we did everything together. We made like little songs together on a keyboard. We were like rap. And, you know, he had a lot of fear in his heart. And I know that he started getting into the wrong crowd, started drinking, and started doing like really weird things to sort of prove how much of a man he was. And a lot of times he was careless in life. And there was a lot of times where I'd like stop him before he jumped into the street, because I was like, dude, you're gonna get hit by a car, man. He's just like, oh yeah, that's right. I'm like, why aren't you paying attention to street signs? Where's your mind right now? You know, he's just like, no, I'm just worrying about like, cause tomorrow, you know, there's this thing in school. I was like, oh, okay. But I worried about him a lot, because then when we graduated junior high school, we were still really close, and we saw each other like 2 or 3 times a week, you know. And I would often pick him up from school. And one day, I decided to hang out with another friend, and I didn't go to pick him up from school, and I had a really bad feeling. We were playing a video game. We were playing Street Fighter. We were playing the game, and all of a sudden I stopped, and our mutual friend just destroyed me. And I didn't really care. I wasn't even paying attention. All of a sudden he looks at me, and he's like, dude, are you all right? What happened? And I said to him, I said, what if one of us died right now? I felt something leave. You know how weird that is? You feel something leave you. Like something's gone. It's off the earth. And I just got really, really sort of sad. And he was just like, dude, what the hell, man? Whatever. We acting like a weirdo right now. And I was just like, I don't know, man. I'm sorry. I guess it's nothing. I went home. Not 35, 40 minutes later, he comes to my house, and he's ringing the doorbell like a maniac. He comes upstairs, and I said, what's wrong? I couldn't hear you on the intercom. And he just blurts out, Adrian's dead. And I'm just like, why would you tell me like that? Are you, like, why would you tell me like that? And he was in complete denial. But I felt it. I knew it was real. And I didn't want to believe it. And then I remember when I went to his funeral, I gave myself the mission of being cheer captain. I was not allowed to cry. I was not allowed to show any sort of perceived weakness, because I felt like I had to keep that room together, especially because his mom and his father was there. So I drew them a big picture of him, and I said to him, I said, my firstborn child will have his name. And his father laughed, and he's like, all right, you say that now, but when you have kids, things will be different. My daughter's name is Rhea Adrian Moran. And the thing is, like, my wife, the first name was Rhea. My ex-wife picked that before she met me. She said, one day I'll have a daughter, and her name will be Rhea. Yeah, you got the first name. Can I have the middle name? And she was, and then, you know, she was like, well, what do you want the middle name to be? I said, Adrian. She was like, well, that sounds nice. Why Adrian? And I told her the story. And she's crying, and she said, you got it. And the name Adrian actually means gift from God. And then Rhea means sunshine. So her name is Sunshine, gift from God. My mom used to hold me while I cried myself to sleep after that for a long time. And I always, we used to tell her all the time that it was my fault. It was my fault. I should have picked him up that day. I knew that I should have gone to school and I would have picked him up. Because the way he died was, like I said, he was getting into a lot of crazy stuff. And, you know, drinking and stuff, and you know, smoking pot and stuff, which isn't wrong in and of itself, but when you're not mature enough to handle that kind of responsibility, like alcohol or, you know, any kind of drugs, I mean, you shouldn't be doing it. And he was trying to prove his manhood. Anyway, so they decided that it would be a good idea to go underneath an 18-wheeler while it was coming around a corner really slow. And like 4 or 5 of them made it, and he decided to go, but he had had a little too much to drink. Got dizzy, hit his head, fell down, and the thing just ran over him. And so he died. And when he came to me in my dream, he said to me, he said, this is no one's fault. And it didn't register. And then he said, not even mine. And that's when it sort of clicked. And I said, what does that mean? Like, those were words that were like godsend, you know what I mean? This is words that I couldn't really understand, but I knew had a lot of significance. And then he said, it was my time, but I'm going to be with you always. And I said, all right, brother. So I've always felt like I have a guardian angel, and it's him. Like he's always watching out for me.